Hi everyone. So in the last video lecture, we discussed about the creation of work breakdown structure in Primavera P6. As you can see on your screen, we have created one project called as IT building construction, for which we have chosen the project ID as ITC, and you can see the number of activities is 0. So in this particular lecture, we'll understand the creation of activity or the addition of activities for any particular project. So we'll be taking one example. I'll show you in the presentation. So this is the example. So we have 1 to 5 number of activities inside the civil works, which is site clearance, excavation, foundation, column casting, and slab and beam casting. Then finishing, we have flooring, brickwork, doors, windows, plastering, and painting. And then for MEP, we have plumbing, electrical, and handover. So the duration of the activities have been mentioned, and the dependency or the relationships are also mentioned. Relationship we'll be covering in next to next video, but in this particular video we will just be adding these 13 number of activities in 3 work packages of civil, finishing, and MEP. So let us go back to Primavera P6 and execute the same. Okay, so for adding the activities, the very first process is you have to open this particular project. Right now, this project is not open. So how to open a project? Either you can go to the directory bar here and you can click on this open project, or you can press Ctrl plus O from your keyboard, or third method is you can right click on the project and open your project from here also. Now the project is opened and the activities tab is visible. Also Gantt chart is visible to you on the right hand side, which you can see. If you want to close the Gantt chart, you can just click on this table button in your tools bar. So I'll remove Gantt chart as of now. So first of all, let us customize these columns. We can see BL project start and all. This is not at all required as of now. Predecessor and successor will be required in the relationships wala video. So for now, we'll customize it. We'll go to columns and we'll choose start and finish. That's it. Okay, so which will be in duration. Okay, so it is not in duration. So let us check in dates. Yeah, finish is visible here. So let us move the finish to our main part. Also, we need to search for start. So start is here. We can move start also here. Okay, so start, let us move before finish. Activity name, let us move here. Then BL project start is not required. BL project finish is not required. Okay, then duration, let us see where is the duration. We need to add duration also. Okay, so duration, they don't have a separate duration. So let us go with original duration, remaining duration, total float, predecessor and successor, let it be. So, okay. Now you can see it is customized, and let us just adjust the columns width a little bit. So that is how the window looks now. So we have to add our activities. I'll once again show you the presentation. So this is how the very first activity that we need to add is site clearance. So how to add the activity? I'll show you 1 or 2 activities, then rest of the activities will be in the same way only. So first of all, the first activity, which is site clearance, is of 2 days and it needs to be added in the civil works. So what you can do is, see, there are 2 options. Either you can right click and you can add from there here, okay, or you can press insert key from your keyboard. Otherwise what you can do is you can click on this plus button in the commands bar. Okay, so I'll click on this add. So you can see one wizard is popping up which is showing you the activity ID. So you can choose your activity ID. So let us choose the activity ID as the number which was displayed in the presentation. Let us keep it as 1. The activity name, let us keep it as site clearance, and we'll move to next. Okay, WBS it's asking, so it was under civil only. Since we clicked civil and then we pressed plus, so it is automatically taking civil works. Otherwise you could have chosen finishing or MEP works, whatever you wanted. So right now we'll keep it in civil only. We'll move to next. Now it is asking us the activity type. So what is activity type? this I'll explain you in the next video. Otherwise, this video will become too lengthy for us. So there are several types of activity. I'll explain each type of activity in the next video. Okay, so for now, let us keep it as task dependent, because most of the activities in construction are task dependent only. Otherwise, they are milestones, but very rarely we keep milestones also. So mostly they are task dependent. Next, so you can assign the resources also. Like for example, for site clearance, you might be requiring maybe some equipments or maybe some labor you will be requiring, or if you require some material. However, in this case, no material will be required. So you can assign the resources also, but for that you need to create some resources. So this is a separate video itself, and it will be taught to you in those particular videos. So we'll move to next for now. Duration type, again, this I'll be explaining in the next video along with the activity type. Okay, so this is very interesting. So just wait for the next video. For now, let us keep it as it is. We'll move to next. So this is some units and duration, which is not of high significance as of now. When we'll be dealing with resources, then and there I'll be explaining you the durations and units for activities. So we'll move to next. So would you like to assign predecessor and successor? No, right now we are not assigning, because once we complete add all the activities, then we'll be assigning it through the relationship tab in the detailed view, which we'll be dealing with in the next video. So we'll move to next. So would you like to configure more activity details? No, thanks. So we'll move to next. And congratulations, message is being displayed. So we have successfully created our first activity, which is site clearance. Similarly, we can add one more activity, which is your excavation in foundation. So this is the second activity. So activity ID, we'll keep it as second. And let us keep this as excavation in foundation. We'll move to next. So it's in civil works only. Task dependent, let us keep no, no. Okay, 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 and let us click on finish. Okay, now see, start date and all you have to change for this, and duration also you have to change. So site clearance was of 2 days, so we'll keep it as 2. Okay, and excavation in foundation is of 6 days, so we'll keep it as 6. Okay, so now you have the relationships to the activities, then and there itself the dates will change automatically. So right now we should not focus on the dates, instead we should focus on adding the activities. So this and all, these are two activities that we have added. Similarly, we can add the other activities also. So right now we are moving to the finishing, and we are adding one activity to finishing also. So let us add earth filling and flooring, which is of 10 days. Earth filling and flooring, we'll click on add. So this is our sixth activity, which is nothing but earth filling and flooring. So finish. Now the duration, we can change it as 10 days. Okay, similarly for MEP works, we are adding one activity, which is plumbing, and number is 11 and it's of 7 days. Okay, 11 and it is plumbing. Since we are not adding any details, we can directly click on finish from here, and we can change the original duration to 7 days. So this is how we have added the activities. So now, as you can see, I have added all the balance activities. It was just to make you understand how to add the activities. You can add the balance activities yourself also. So under civil works, we have 5 activities. Under finishing, from 10 to 9 we have, and for MEP we have 11 to 13. So original duration I have added. Dates and all, you need not worry right now. Once we will assign the relationships, once we will schedule the activities based on the data date, then these dates will automatically change. Right now you can see the dates are current dates only, 8th of February or 6th of February. So it doesn't matter. Once we assign the predecessors and successors, and we schedule this using this option, as you can see, date, this date we need to change, and then we need to click on schedule. The dates will change automatically. So this is how to add the activities. So we'll also show you one Gantt chart thing. So just for your understanding, so this is the Gantt chart. So these packages are highlighted with black color by default. These activities are highlighted with green color. Red activities are critical activities. And again, these are packages which are highlighted with black color. So right now you don't have any relationships, so it is not showing any kind of arrows or something, and all activities are starting on almost similar dates. So once we will assign the predecessors and successors, the Gantt chart will come into a better shape. So this is the what Gantt chart looks like. In next to next video we'll understand it in a better way. So that's all about the video. Thank you, and do watch the other video so that you can understand the various types of settings of your activity, like the type of activity or the duration type and all. So thank you everyone.